all of the new changes that have hit Summoner's Rift in terms of champion changes and jungle adjustments, we're just getting the same shit that we got in 2025. It's just Xin Zhao and Wukong. Able to continue this lead into something more meaningful. I look at this EDG roster and I look at the scaling power that Yunara and Azir are going to have over this Talia and Misfortune, who are way more, at least Misfortune is far more ult dependent and Talia is just kind of bursty. Moving first, Perukia a little late on the rotation. So this should be all three grubs going the way of LGD.
But we can also see, I mean, the bot lane of EDG is moving up. They're going to probably want to try and get at least something back, but they're just too late to the pit. That's already too secured, and the members of LGD taking those grubs have an easy way to get over the wall. So all in all, it is actually just a couple of resources lost.
At how well LGD can try and blow this game wide open, because that is going to be when they are strongest. However, EDG find a pocket where Xiaoya is unprotected under the bot lane and looking very submissible and diveable. That is first blood going over to EDG.
Yeah, no flash there for Xiaoya. Has nowhere to go. YCX isn't in that area, and Hong is in the mid lane, so...
To pull up the ability names and be like, okay, what does this do? What is this called? What is this called? Hang on, Xiaohao. They're looking for a pick from LGD, but it's Perukia that goes in, punts away Tongyuan because he got stunned on the Unraveled Earth, and the bullet time rips that cow to shred. Perukia is able to get away, but he can't say the same about Angel and Leave. They got caught out, and that's the fate of Warfare secured by LGD.
Said they needed to play on Rafa. They find their moment, and now they are going to get their third objective of the game, and those 3 kills as a top lane 1v1 isn't suing, though.
ZDZ hits him with the W and pulls Sasa back. Sasa still has a leap strike and a flash. Finally uses it, but Xiaohao is right there to follow up with his own. The Crescent Guard gives him a little bit of reprieve, and the rest of EDG get out alive.
Yeah, the bouncing bullet as well hits onto Leave, so he's going to be forced to just kind of, you know, depart the fight entirely. And this will give another green light over to LGD. Hey, I mean, you don't kill him, but you incapacitate the guy, right? You kind of knock him out a little bit, and that basically is the next best thing. You don't get the gold, but you give yourself a numbers advantage, and EDG going to respect that, not contest. And again, another objective just owned here from LGD as Angel.
Oh, Angel was waiting. Tongyuan still has a flash. Is he not going to pop it?
Difference just a little bit because you know, have stats. You have gold stats, basically, as, ooh, hang on, Xiaohao.
Nice knock-up setup from Perukia. He pops his ultimate, gets the damage reduction. Flash from YCX. Here comes the TP. Oh, God! No! ZDZ just gets blown to smithereens. No chance to do anything in that fight. LGD are able to deal with that threat easily. Angel tries to slide over the wall and flashes away before Sasa could hit him with that Counter-Strike stun. LGD burn a ton of flashes from the side of EDG, but now they're going to look to turn this dragon and convert it into a 3-dragon lead. Xiaohao gets vision. Thanks to that wind, becomes lightning over the wall. Can try and use the Audacious Charge to get in there. Perukia tries to step up, create some space for Leave. Angel Xiaosu steals it! He secures the first dragon of the game for EDG, and Leave is just ready to take over this fight, but he gets too close to the sun and burns himself alive. It's all up to Xiaohao. Is he the only full health member? He flashes over the seismic shove. Look at Xiaohao go, but he's in a 1v3. Not even Thanos could turn this fight around, but he's gonna die his damnedest, but it's not enough. The 5-0 Xin Zhao finally goes down.
To immediately go, Otacon is already to half HP, and it's an Otacon dance, Mark.
Xiaohao is going to keep it leashed up. 6k HP so far. Hong has to get back into the pit to make sure that they do not let this go away for free. YCX tries to force the engage, but he's really far from the rest of the team. He gets blasted. ZDZ trying to buy some space as Xiaohao pops the Crescent Guard. Good Emperor's Wall from Angel tries to create space, but Tongyuan is coming off the retreat route. ZDZ with the Grim Deliverance. Not enough damage. Leave and Angel, it's all up to them, but it's a 1v3. And the Shuriman Emperor stands alone under the tower. It's going to force LGD back. Hong's still alive, so he can secure the Otacon for himself, and he goes back in, and he sends Angel back to the fountain. LGD pick up the ace at 21 minutes, and the Otacon is their last prize.
And the Emperor, he digs his own tomb as LGD get their first ace of the game. And honestly, Mark, the moment that Xin Zhao goes down...
Another free 5 minutes to scale on up.
They can, and they're going to have to make the most of it. I mean, you can't really fight for this soul point And like you said, Soul is not currently in danger. Any kind of misstep that EDG make, and that could just be kind of a farewell to your chances, especially with the Baron coming up in about a minute and a half as well. You get caught out face if you're Angel, and so that wave clear, it just doesn't feel sustainable long term at this point. Is Angel?
He goes Zonya's, or the Seeker stasis just in time to block out the Solar Flare. Perukia pops the ultimate, flashing away from what could have been another CC chain from the side of LGD. Decent tools already expended by EDG. LGD just might think about Rip the Baron here.
And teleport from Angel, he's going to really have to try and get this kill because they are investing a lot. They're actually investing 3 members, Rafa. They're giving up the Baron for this.
Yep, they just said, you know what, let's just take a free kill and deny Sasa any ability to push the wave even further. That is the Baron awarded to LGD.
Forces EDG to abandon that top side, and now it might be them really just rubbing it in their faces. Perukia is completely isolated.
He was trying to ward off for Angel, but unfortunately, Angel doesn't have enough mana to make his own escape. Leave doing a decent job in chunking out Hong's health bar. EDG, the fact that, yes, they're about to spike on these 3 items, which is great for the champions, you have to cut through. Massive damage coming out from the Xiaoya Misfortune. And ZDZ now going to get caught out of the side lane as he committed his life to make sure that he could get some extra global gold in taking that tier 1 turret. But that is 1 member gone for EDG.
The, grip continues to squeeze the air out of EDG's windpipe, Rafa, in game number 1.
Oh, and Leave is forced to flash. Just good seismic shove from Tong Yuen, forcing that critical summon to spell out of the AD carry for EDG. Angel was thinking about maybe looking for a fancy shuffle, but they've got to deal with the waves pushing in from the left side. Sasa and Hong take out an inhibitor without any contest.
Want to be outfitted with as much cool stuff from the shopkeeper as possible.
Wait, if EDG can find LGD members, they haven't spent any of their gold. That gold lead isn't actually fake. CDZ gets a pick on the Tong Yuen. He still has a flash. He's going to burn it anytime. No! The wind becomes lightning is the first one that pierces him. CDZ now goes into the Grim Deliverance and has the passive fully stacked up. This is a massive throw from EDG, or LGD, I should say, if they cannot clean up this fight. Hong trying to see if he can get back into the fight and look for an angle. Cyclone was already expended. Bullet time tries to rip through. Xiao Hao already expended a third of his HP, flashing over the wall.
So tanky.
It's a massive knockup, and Angel just can't get the job done. Leave was already taken out of the fight. EDG thought they had a window, but LGD proved that they are too powerful to deal with. You can see it in Xiao Hao's face. The look of disappointment and frustration. LGD wiped the floor with them.
And LGD building up to this all game long. Finally, when EDG have the 3 item spikes, when their champions are at their best, it is LGD who demolish them, put them in the dirt, and say, despite you getting those item spikes, we just win. We've got the gold. We'll slap you with our wallets, and we'll slap you across the face in game number 1.
Bim slap style, baby. LGD take the 4th dragon of the game. Hextech Soul on their side. And LGD are going to ride this minion wave into the base. 13 seconds on Perukia, 3 seconds on Xiao Hao. CDZ just spawning now. Looks like it might be enough for LGD to reconsider whether they want to go for the game-winning push right now, as Angel does erect a Shuriman statue to try and hold out for a Hail Mary. Perukia. Knock up onto 2. Tong Yuen goes golden. YCX pushed to the side. Angel tries to create space with the Emperor's Divide once again. Hong is pushed back. They're kiting this monkey out. Hong is going to get dropped. He still has a GA though. Perukia just keeping Sasa out of the fight. Angel has got to do everything he can, but it's just not enough. Xiao Hao, once again, the last man standing, but dies upon impact, dashing through the unraveled earth, and it's game 1 going over to LGD. I'm so ready. You would never ever see me that excited for a Malphite in any other circumstance, but just because he's been buffed in the jungle, he is like a shiny new toy.
He pops W now. God, I miss old Udyr. He was a turtle, now he's what? A boar. As hold on, Hong is here.
Iron Boar stands. Hey, we called it. Hong says, hey, I'm level 3 and Leave, you are pushed way too far for my liking. Leave has got nowhere to go, and he knows that there is no chance in getting out even with a flash, so it's first blood for LGD.
And Hung is also in the area, so it should just be a free dragon for LGD, and early enough to where they will actually be able to react to the grubs on that top side.
Yep. It's just really good timing from LGD. And Vi has some weaknesses when it comes to jungle clears and whatnot. Single target objectives is not one of them because she does max health damage and she shreds those dragons very easily. Sasa in a world of trouble though. Perukia gonna start off the dive here. And yeah, that was pretty crystal clean from EDG's side. That's a kill going over to Leaves Varus. Pockets sooner than later. Hong has wrapped around, but he is caught out on vision, and Perukia is playing it cool. Wait. They're laying the trap. Hong thinks that he's behind enemy lines, unspotted, but surprise! It's a trap card laid down by EDG, and Hong is caught out right before the grubs.
Hong was like, I'm going to just run it back. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Leave is never going to suspect that I am actually on the floor. Oh, wait, Leave actually suspected it as... Yeah, the play, the wraparound that Hung was looking for on this Vi just completely falls flat. EDG now gonna get all 3 grubs, which is an improvement over what we saw in last game where LGD owned both of the first 2 objectives to spawn. Now, it's just 1 split apiece, where he doesn't instantly die after he actually completes his mission. And you could see they are just starting up the dragon. EDG have kind of dissipated, aren't fully together here on this bot side fight. Can Xiaohao get a steal, though, is the question.
He ults
Oh my god, he got it again!
Dragon! Oh my god, Xiaohao comes in! Shockwave on top of the Magnet Storm! Not too much damage for the side of EDG. It's gonna be up to the rest of the members to follow it on up. The flash in! He's into the pit! Leaf is trying to lay down arrows as fast as possible! Xiaohao is forced to flash out of the pit! Absolute chaos in the bottom river! And it's EDG that come up on top! An ace and 12 minutes of a 5-minute window. Rift Herald has been up for a couple minutes here. And so EDG say to themselves, you know what? LGD, try and steal this from us. We dare you.
I don't think anyone's getting revenge on the Smite this time, but Hung maybe wants to get revenge after the fact. YCX!
YCX does find 2 with the Pop Blossom. Angel caught out. The Shockwave stalls it out, and Hong just can't get enough damage into the backline. And ZDZ is now looking for Shalia. Dodges out in the Unstoppable Force, but Xiaohao is hot on his trails. Gets knocked up by the Natofo strikes, and it's a completely different story in the second game of the series. It's EDG running the show this time.
I mean, EDG, they're running the show. They've got control of the reviews. This production is completely owned. Was a desperate attempt there from LGD, and unfortunately, EDG just react better.
And the Guinsu's Rage Blade. If there's any single member that steps up to Leave and doesn't stop him from auto-attacking, he just is going to shred you in a matter of seconds.
Really good game so far from Leave, but you got to remember, it is off the back of just such a beautiful sequence of events from the top side in that second dragon fight. LGD now really going to struggle, I feel, to get back into this game. Tung Yuan and Heng, we said they were the guys that needed to step up in this game. When you've got the Vi, when you've got the Akali, it makes it really easy to single out one particular member. You know, on how to build Malphite, you know, he's locked into this Sunfire and this Thornmail, you know, duo. First 2 items, but Hung has access to the Malphite in the next game, and maybe he is more in line with you, as it doesn't look like he's in line anymore. He's just going to be taken out of line silently. Another kill over to EDG like that.
Otacon hasn't broken the leash circle yet. ZDZ walks completely around and looking to cut off the LGD members from their escape path. Xiaohao already using the Unstoppable Force just to get on Xiaoya's tail. YCX looks for the backline with that Pop Blossom. Hong run on top of Angel as well. The rest of the backline trying to do what they can, but Leave is just firing one arrow after another and shreds LGD's divers before they can get the job done. And Tong Yuan is forced to flee. The Otacon belongs to EDG.
Yeah, Leave survives all of the pressure that LGD attempt to put onto him. He had both summoners, and he just dances around that corridor in the jungle. EDG effortlessly. How desperate LGD are to get 1 kill back. If they're not able to assassinate the ADC mark, that is a very bad sign.
And it might just be too late now that he's picked up a Wit's End, so Tong Yuan's damage is going to be very minimal. And good night, Salsa. You're getting a piece of the rock show right now. Xiaohao giving him the clap. 1, 2, 3. Down goes he. Saucy Sasa, I should say, back to the gray screen and the fountain.
This top side for EDG, right? I mean, these guys stayed after the 2025 season and were really renowned for their stability, their, you know, ability to be really consistent, be able to play around bot lane, and overall just have resources and have enough stuff in the tank possible for Leave to make when they are ahead in the early game. Like a waiting room, kind of like a dentist's office that they go in before they wait to spawn, and then they come back to said waiting room after they're killed. As Perukia might have to go to that waiting room.
Oh no! Perukia! The ultimate win con for LGD to get back in the game is to stall for Xiaoya to get enough items. However, Hong is about to get the same treatment that Perukia just got. All out from ZDZ brings him into the waiting arms of EDG, and without a jungler on the side of LGD.
Tower on that bot side. You can see that Tong Yuan is looking to maybe get some gold, but that is just going to be at best a participation award. And now Sasa is just completely caught out.
Yeah, the shockwave already expended there. They are taking a while to kill this guy because he is casting multiple uses of that shield stance.
They've been so dominant in their control of Summoner's Rift that LGD, you're hitting these spikes, that's great and all, but I feel like it is also too late now to really do anything, but you're going to have to eventually test it out and fight as EDG are continuing to just put pressure now onto your base.
Double cannon minions empowered by the Baron buff. Shockwave hits two. Xiaoya already chunked. The YCX Pop Blossom goes for the counter engage onto Angel, but they just can't get the job done. Tong Yuan tries to go in with the perfect execution, but Xiao Hao's already eliminated Xiaoya from the play. He's about to get a double kill for himself. Leaf picks up the double in the end, and EDG wipe the floor with LGD, pick up the ace at 27 minutes, and now they will award themselves game 2 and push us to game 3.
And it was the EDG top side that started this train of dominance in the game from that early dragon fight. They got this under their thumb, and now it'll be the top side to blow up this Nexus to take us to game 3. A beautiful display of the Malphite jungle. This is what you wanted to take a look at with this character. Dives that EDG will inevitably attempt to do. And my biggest question is just how, or my biggest question going into game number 2 was how the Malphite Orianna ball delivered.
Hong does finish his full clear on the bottom side, and he has the push from LGD's bot lane, so that he should be able to... Wait, Perukia has snuck around. He's going to show up mid lane at level 2. These are the crazy roams that I've come to know and love about Perukia ever since his debut in Split 3, and Angel doesn't even die. Are you kidding me? That's EDG with first blood.
Yeah, Angel managing to live, and Perukia picks up the first kill of the game. ZDZ is left all by his lonesome, but I feel like he's more than happy to be in this situation now, though. It's an attempted dive here. Can he survive it?
Kasante's pretty tanky, but not early on. He does shrug off a bit of damage, and YCX is forced to drop the turret aggro for now, but they can easily reset it. They still have 2 more minions to play around. Unstoppable already used off of the Pathmaker. Hong flashes in, hits him back into the turret, and YCX is the one that gets the kill credit.
Like 45 seconds after it spawns, they're just daring EDG to match them in any of these fights, and I wouldn't be surprised if they just are constantly maneuvering Xiaoya around these skirmishes so that he gets maximum opportunities to get that cash out.
True. Side River ready to play for these grubs, and they have to be careful, or at least if you are LGD, looking for that dredge line, forcing Perukia to flash away. There's no Pop Blossom available from this Nico. He's only level 5. They managed to secure 1 grub for themselves on the side of EDG. LGD is trying to do their best to get the rest of them for themselves.
The last one resets, and now it's really just anyone's game. Again, all of those ultimates are available for EDG. How are they going to pull the trigger, though, and when?
Angel Shockwave doesn't land. 2-man Shockwave onto Xiao Hao and Perukia! And the Unstoppable Force force is used, but he goes down. The rock monster is taken out of the fight, and LGD are gonna rout off ZDZ from the rest of EDG because he's got no backup waiting for him. LGD swing big and get a big fight at 8 minutes into the game.
And crucially, Xiaoya gets the cash out. The Draven gets a massive injection of gold. And they just instantly lose 2 members. ZDZ is completely caught out, and all of the gold is... Sasa's just dead! Whoa!
Taken out of the fight easily. Xiaohao kind of forced to just use his ultimate as soon as possible.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, he's going to use the Unstoppable Force on the Sasa, trying to cut him off before he gets to that blast cone, knocks him over. I mean, Sasa's still on the wrong side of the map here, but he is out of danger for now. But he's not going to be long for this world. He's looking for another blast cone to try and delay as much time as possible. Takes the blast cone over to Angel's side. And at this point, Sasa is just really wasting a lot of EDG's time, but it is a kill in the end for the squad. Driving this structure, EDG are going to have to invest more resources just to defend it, which they're trying to do right now, killing the entire minion wave before LGD can knock them out. Shockwave on the 3 once again. The death charge rips apart EDG, and Xiaohao still has Unstoppable Force, but he's going to die with the ultimate in his back pocket. EDG, it's not the second game of the series story that we were expecting with this composition.
And I just really struggle to, you know, find a way where they can actually navigate this now. Sasa might find a difficult way to navigate out of this.
The placement of that ball shockwave from Angel allows Sasa to still be scooped up even after the flash. Xiaohao did have to commit his ultimate as well to guarantee the kill.
Oh, yeah, he just spawned it right out of the gate. I don't know if that was a misclick or if that was intentional, but the Herald, I don't believe it's going to actually kill it. Okay, it pseudo kills it. Left it on 1 HP, kind of like that dragon in game number 2. Xiaoya is going to be able to, you know, claim that. And now, you know, both outer towers for EDG.
This will be the 3rd dragon of the game going their way, and with it being a Mountain Soul
teleport.
That is one that EDG would love to have. No way that Xiaohao can get in range to steal it because he's too far away. Dredgeline to snag Perukia, trying to stop him from being able to find a Pop Blossom and force the fight on their side. Equalizer slows down the engage from EDG. ZDZ, Xiaohao right on top, the Shockwave, the Pop Blossom, the Wombo combo from EDG. Do they have enough damage? It's a lot of CC coming through, and Leave finally gets the job done as he brings out the mop and sweeps them all under the rug. That's dual power for EDG star carry.
And that just means EDG can continue threatening this area, saying, you know, I dare you to walk into us as a Malphite, as a Nico, and as a Kaisa. We want you to engage into us. As that Otacon, it's just being burned away. LGD actually can't do anything. They can't walk up.
Yeah, LGD, I mean, it would have to rely on YCX to make the engage or be the one to face tank all the damage. Shockwave clips one into Perukia. Equalizer kind of goes wide. Knockup from the death charge only hits 2, and EDG just saying, that's 1, 2, 3 tools gone. Tonggyuan does blow up Perukia, so there's no Pop Blossom available, but Xiaohao is waiting for the right moment to use the Unstoppable Force. He's down below 50% HP. Has to be careful. The rest of EDG are starting to walk this one back. Leave is starting to channel the recall and to try and deny Mountain Soul away from LGD. The question is, do LGD want to play for it? Do they want to bet their entire game off of this dragon? They can't get into the pit, but they're trying to posture in a way that denies EDG a safe route back to mid lane to see if they can get any meaningful damage onto the tier 2 turret, but the rest of EDG have already circled around to the safety through their jungle, and there's nothing else that LGD can get done. Oh, Shockwave clips him, and that's just easy follow-up for EDG, finding Hong in the middle of the jungle. Things are getting tense here in this game 3. EDG going for one pick after another. Oh no, Oh no. Down goes YCX. He's gonna be gone from Seminary. Everybody wants to be my. And Angel with the Shockwave once again, placing it so that even Tonggyuan with the flash still gets clipped by it. Control that they can forcefully establish.
Spare the sympathy. Everybody wants to be. It's just unfortunate here.
LGD trying to pressure EDG off of the dragon, but Xiaohao is healthy enough that he's going to try to burn it down with the power of these W's and these claps and the seismic slams. ZDZ is caught by the dredge line, but he's way too tanky. And despite not having Unstoppable Force, Xiaohao still has it. Perukia! 3-man Pop Blossom right on the top. Xiaohao trying to follow on top, and Leave finds Xiaoya. That's the the marksman gone for LGD, and one by one they begin to drop. Hong is the only member left standing, and EDG are about to barrel down the mid lane.
And who needs a shockwave? Who needs an unstoppable force? It's a Pop Blossom from Perukia, the EDG project of 2025, the man who came in on split 3 that EDG put so much faith into. Well, their faith is so well rewarded as they win the fight. They deny the soul yet again, and the Baron is a foregone conclusion, Rafa. See that there is the Zanyas for Angel. They are drafting for this last fight, this next fight, to be their last, because they know if they win, it'll close the game. Look at Leaf. He just goes forward without fear.
Oh my god! Leave with the Void Seeker, just snipes Hong in the back, and even the hammer knocked him out of Dong Yuen's own shockwave. Unfortunate, coincidental. I don't even know if that was planned or not, but just not the series of events that LGD were hoping to see, and everything has fallen apart here at 30 minutes for LGD. Meanwhile, EDG are on the victory march, 6,000 gold ahead, pushing through with 2 Baron-empowered cannon minions on their side.
They're gonna keep knocking at the door of LGD. They bust it open. Tower gone. Inhibitor likely to follow. There's also the wave crashing in mid, so they might be just looking for a double inhibitor here. They have to be careful, though. If they overstay their welcome, if they give an opening to LGD, they could turn it around. And there is a dragon in a little less than 2 minutes, so they probably back off after this inhibitor, spend their gold, and get ready for another fight.
You just think, oh, if we can just walk up and try and go for a Dragon Steel, in what world do you get to walk through this entire bot side jungle with double inhibitors down?
You know, I bet Hung, I bet a jungler how can just use his ultimate to go forward. Angel can find a shockwave. The damage that the turrets can provide and the safety that they provide does not exist anymore. So I think LGD are really smart to say, you know what, that tier 2, they have cleared out this mid lane wave, so they could fight for it.
Oh boy.
Maybe not.
Well, Hong, you have been chosen, my friend, to die. Shockwave pulls him out of the sky. Shalia tries to flash away and is limping at the best pace possible. EDG are going to make short work of that Draven. And with 2 members gone, I think that's enough for EDG to put an end to this series. They're going to use 2 minions to try and push in. Xiaohao is willing to tank the turret shots just for their push, but LGD are able to kill it thanks to the power of that equalizer. But another minion wave is coming in soon, Quacks, and this is the final nail in the coffin for LGD.
I mean, Hong comes up in about 10 seconds. Xiaoya in about 20, but I don't think it's going to be enough time. You don't have that time. EDG are going in for one last fight.
Perukia throws out the Pop Blossom. Sasa and YCX doing everything they can to defend the last structures of their base. Hong comes back from the grave, gets clipped by the shockwave. Slow down. Leave is going to fire everything into his back. And that's it, folks. LGD going.
What are you going to do against the Silver, which is just terrifying as well? The rosters are set. The champs are selected. We're jumping in this game. All right, now as we start to load up the Summoner's Rift as well, I called it at the beginning of the game. Krako is going to go for the early objectives every single time. Pros don't fake, and he doesn't play around. He's going to make sure that advantage is going to go to his team every single time. Junjia, he's sniffing it out. He knows exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
He's peeking. I don't think he wants this fight at all. He doesn't have the support, doesn't have the teammates around him. He's going to back up.
So all eyes on that. Gulla's going to have to work with the HP he's got. Does heal up from the spell shield. And yeah, they're going to scrap here, man.
All right, the Tally's coming into play with the slow right now. The TP's coming in as well. Void Grubs going down. LNG, they're looking like they're going to want to go in.
Alistar. First blood.
There we go. All right, Xiao Shu, he's going to be running for his life right now. The Rumble's going to be right behind him, just putting the flames to his back. Here goes the Wukong. Malphite's going to be able to clear up the Void Grubs, and Bulldog just barely gets out of there. Not really. Junjia's going to chase him down. He's going to go ahead and solidify this kill. Big advantage for JDG. If he could finish it, there you go. 320 in the bank.
Yeah, Junjia says, just come here, man. Flash ult. I need this kill. Put us on the board. That is just such a powerful ability. This composition, as a matter of fact, I'd love to praise JDG.
Yeah, the dive is going to go in. Wukong, he's swinging around, putting as much damage as he can. Hongq goes down. The Drake is going to be initiated as well.
Line up the CC with the Wukong ulti and the Ahri ulting in as well, and they blew him up, but unfortunately investing both of those spells, they get the kill, they get the gold. That's going to get them somewhere, but you just can't really enter this river either way with this Malphite, can you? I mean, Wukong has nowhere near a Triforce, and
that's what makes a team stand out in the tournament. I really think LNG might have this. That's my prediction. I'm not biased, but what I've seen from the film and the tapes with this Rift fight right here, I think they got
intense. Yeah, I want eyes on Gala this fight. He's the champion, MSI champ. Can he do the damage that the JDG needs to win this?
Yeah. The health is going to be low. Okay, Wukong's going to go ahead and get the Rift, and now the team fight, it's going to be slowed down just a little bit. All right, Malphite, he's going to get poked a lot, under 30% health right there.
Wukong doesn't want her to get out here, of course. He should be dead here. He should be absolutely dead here.
Hongq cut out on an island. Croco put in BTA. Slapping him. Gets the kill out of there. No help in sight. But the thing about the objective play to me that really stands out, Croco is going to be a guarantee to get these objectives gone the moment they come up. But JDG, they sat there, wasted time, looked, watched it. Gala, he's going to get dominated as well. 1xN stepping up big time. I told you, when 1xN steps up, it is a big difference maker. Hongq sent straight to the graveyard. 0-2,
Look around, Belly. This is LNG's game right now. They just completely took the lead with that.
Great fight is going to be stopped momentarily as both teams, they set up. We're looking at a 3v3 right now, but with Sivir and K'Sante coming in, they're looking to get this objective and hopefully a big win for the team fight.
Oh, this is everything right now. Who's going to get this Drake? Who's going to win this fight?
Oh, the mishooked. Misses the hook. The Drake is going to go on the side of Croco, and here it comes. Roma ult is going to come out. Croco is going to get sent to the graveyard. He's eliminated, and the fight continues on. Junjia moves in with Malphite. Here it is. Missing goes down as well. That's going to be a support sent to the graveyard. And JDG.
The advantage LNG. Croco completely clutching it up. Infernal Drake going to the side of LNG, because that's not just one Drake. That's like two Drakes. Because XP leads, they got the gold lead, and they're gonna hold.
Yeah, Junjia, he's gonna go ahead and use the blast cone to jump over, and we're gonna go to a dramatic pause right there. Gala's able to get a little tap for damages. The first top tower goes down.
Because everyone knows what happens when you start the Otacon. You lose all your stats, and you're just sitting ducks. Croco W's out.
Oh, Zhao Zhu, he's going to get caught up. He's going to run away with K'Sante right there. But take a look at the left side of the screen. Vampire, he's going to run in with the Alistar as a disruptor. Gala, low health. He's going to get shaved. Sheer goes down. Rumble's weak. He's not able to get away, but Ari's going to go down as well. Sivir's picking up the third kill of the game. And there we have it. Croco and his team, they're hunting down Vampire. The support's going to be out the way as well. Zhao Zhu and Hongq, they're going to go right back to their turret for safety as the Otacon fight picks up yet once again. LNG putting in work, but look at this. JDG, they know where Missing is. They're going to utilize that fight advantage to push him out the way. Missing no health right now. He's just going to be there just to be that front tank bully, making sure Zhao Zhu and Hongq, they're not going to have any play when it comes to Otacon going down.
Assassinated by 1x, you know? We got to have 1xN really shut down here. He's got 0 deaths. Even though Gala has the gold lead, 1xN is the real carry here. He has the flash, though.
Yeah, the team fight's going through right now. Take a look at this. Nautilus, he's going to get away with a little bit of his life. A Malphite's going to go down. It's going to be a big factor right there. Gala, Vampire running, nowhere to go. 1xN getting it done. And as you were saying, Sivir has the kill lead, but 1xN is still in the game. Unkilled so far in this matchup. Currently 2-0 with 4 assists to his name.
And out of nowhere, the 5-for-0 ace for LNG. I did not see that coming. I thought, you know, they were in a good spot, but that is way better than I could have possibly drawn it up, and I gotta see that again. They just took that fight over and pretty much erased all their HP bars in like 10 seconds. That was incredible. That was Yunara champion, man. He needs to be nerfed ASAP. T1 versus BLG in the World Finals. If anyone remembers that, that was a beautiful 3 characters just getting taken out.
Yeah, team fight after team fight as well. Malphite, he's going to run in. He's going to be able to get a stun right there. Croco's going to go up and target Hong Q. Hong Q's health is starting to go down, but Malphite's going to be down as well. JDG fighting back. You're going to have the Alistar going down, trying to make something happen as Gala barely runs away with his life. Zhao Zhu, the burn isn't going to be enough to put him down, but matchup against JDG, they're going to have no battle, no fight to stop him right now as the health is just fading away. And this big boost right here is going to be such a big difference maker when it comes to these pushes. Baron's down, and now let's see how JDG defends. Really good at getting the engage and the dives, but has the Malphite really lived up to what we saw in the last series at all?
Yeah, well, you know, it was. Chance of the contested Drake, which is where either this game will end there or might end here.
Oh, the split push is going to be beautiful. The mid lane right there. Croco's going to come in for a clean kill on Talia. Mid lane and the 3 players up top. They're going to have to just divide themselves right now. They're abandoning top tower. They're going to want to defend mid right now. Bulldog's coming out. Missing's going to be able to get a hook. And Zhao Zhu, still the big tank in the front line. Let's see if he can defend. If they're able to get a big kill while this Baron buff is still active, that's going to be major. But right now, still, the split push is coming. They're going to want to get the top tower out the way. 1xN and Bulldog, they're going to be the ones that get rid of it and continue on with this push. The damage is going to be beautiful. Look at that 75% health as the Drake is up right now. Croco's going to be in the front lines to pull up on Gala. Gala's going to be taking out the game. Junjia, he's looking like he might be next. Bulldog dives into the back lane. The Ori is beautiful. And Sheer, once again, gets another kill. And all 4 players are down. Vampire, the last one, running away from Bulldog. But, baby, he ain't got the speed. He ain't got the fight. And he ain't got the life no more. As Bulldog makes sure that Vampire is eliminated as LNG moves on to get yet another mid tower, and that's what you love to see from this team.
And Croco last hits the Infernal Soul just for aura points because they got the whole map to themselves. 5-0 yet again from LNG, and I was high on Bulldog. I wasn't this high. Let's go.
Let's go. LNG continuing their run right here in Demacia, cut with a decisive win. Finish his waves well. He is going to be such a threat, especially against Sion. He can match him up. He could be tanky. He could put out that damage. The damage output is just crazy. Bulldog, this man just doesn't even care. Take a look at this, though. Junjia going to go ahead and get this first Drake out of the way. Great start by JDG, looking night and day better than they were already from the last game.
Gosh, yeah. Thankfully Croc was able to get one of the grubs there, steal that away, but yep, this play is all JDG now, and we're going to want to see 1xN have a better outlook on this match. He hasn't flashed. It's not like he's been at risk of dying, but he just keeps having to run away with his tail between his legs with just like no HP left. So we want to see if they can have some kind of offense or if they're just going to be on the back foot all again. Did you just see that? Do you see what I just see, Veli? He just ulted. Vampire just misclicked R, man. Dude, he's reported. He just pressed R in the bush by accident.
My man's just going
that might cost him here. That might cost him a lot.
Yeah, Sintra is going to go ahead and jump in the fight as Croco. He's going to try to engage a little bit with Jarvan. Here comes Vi. Oh, but Vi is going to get sent to the graveyard. There it is. 1xN's able to get the kill that you've been looking for right there. LNG capitalizing where they can to get back into the game. And take a look at that. Mordekaiser stepping into this big fight. It's going to be a 1v2. Is he going to have an ult at hand? No, he doesn't. So stuck there and too slow to run away. Bulldog and Sheer. Oh, the flash. The flash. Mordekaiser gets bullied. He's going to get his stick by Sion and Sheer.
Yeah, back into the game. Ripfeld started up. Deja vu.
I was going to say, am I
keeping
tripping?
It there. Let's see. Looks like JDG going to have this one in a smite fight. This is big. Is this Croco again?
Yeah, Croco's looking at a perfect time to go in. He's going to go ahead and dive on in. But yeah, it's going to get taken by Croco. He's going to go ahead and get the objective. And Junja is going to go down. LNG picking up yet another kill against the kill list. JDG. Croco, he's trying to run away. But as he gets pulled over back to his teammates, Zhao Zhu, he's trying to make something happen with Mordekaiser. The big tank is going to be in the mix. He could walk away with 2 kills missing. He's going to barely get away from the grab as Mordekaiser goes down. Sheer running on Q. All Vampire doing the best that he can with Rel, and Bulldog joins his teammate Sheer as Vampire gets sent to the graveyard. Great play from LNG as they go up 5-0 with such a huge lead in the game.
Just all live on one. Xiaoshu just can't get there in the end. Look at missing at the last sliver of health. Gosh, that is some S-tier rage bait. Xiaoshu just can't get there, man.
On him, and he would have had a 2K, but what happened? Sheer, he gets in between him as a big tanky scion that he is, but also Bulldog pushes him back in 1x in, getting yet another kill, 3-0, and LNG, they're starting to just run away with it. That is, man, a little bit of help with the Mordekaiser, man, and that whole fight could have gone the other way, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I see it, and LNG just completely taking the snowball and turning it into an avalanche right now.
Yeah, you got a bounty on 4 of their heads right now on the side of LNG, but all right, Sheer doing a great job as a tank. But
Croco?
Whoa, backing up. The bullet time's going to come in. Jarvan's going to go down, and there it is. Gala's going to be able to get the first kill. 4 JDG is missing, runs down in the first mid turret. Is going to try to get the steal. Let's see if they're going to go ahead and try to pick up on this fight. Bulldog's looking at a 1v2 down bot. Gala, Vampire's going to keep him at bay. And now to Otacon. The health is just dwindling down under 3,500. But the dive is going to go in right now. Sheer's going to be in the front line to Zhao Zhu. He's going to try to make something happen with Mordekaiser. The damage output is there, but the Q is going to miss. Now Vi is going to go down, and Junja is not going to be able to have the smite. And Otacon's health is slowly going to start coming back as Sheer gets caught up with Bulldog, and on Q goes down. And Rel gets sent to the graveyard as well. And there you have it. Take a look at this fight and jumping right in. Croco! He's going to get out the way and dodge that entirely. Great plays all around as the jungle from LEG steps up in such a big way. Neo in the Matrix, the way he dodged that bullet time. Croco. That's how you end a team fight, baby. And you know what? It's like a buffet, baby. They're back for more. JDG, they're surrounding LNG. The Otacon is under 4K health right now, but here goes a dive. Vi, she's going to go for the smite. Leona, that's going to go ahead and get the elimination on Otacon. All of that benefit is going to go on the side of LNG, but take a look at Sheer fighting his way into 1v3. The damage output is going to be there, and the teammates are going to... They're going to say, okay, this fight is going to be winnable. Now, Mordekaiser goes down. Vampire, he is going to get the hell out of Dodge, and now Junja is going to be stuck all alone. And look at that LNG objective after objective. They are just taking this 15-4 kill lead, and they are just storming, baby. They're crushing it. Yo, 15-4. Give me some more. Mordekaiser 0-4. The CS is competitive, but me personally, I think Mordekaiser's out the game now.
I know that they're down 8K, don't get me wrong, but if there's any chance, keep your eyes on the engage from JDG, and if Gala can dish out the damage to make up the difference.
No, you're definitely right. Now it's going to be another team fight that's going to be happening mid, and take a look at that. Zhao Zhu, wrong place at the wrong time. He's going to be eliminated easily. I told you, Leona's better than Mordekaiser right now. It's crazy.
Beautiful look. Hankyu with the phase rush flash, though they might have actually been able to delay this Baron if JDG can get out of dodge here. They're going to collect. Oh, how far do they chase? Gala no flash. Bulldog answers. Gala.
Oh, no. Gala's going to stop the bullet time early, and here it goes. Him and Vampire are going to be shot down and ran down low by the tanks. Scion is going to go ahead and get the kill on Rel, but missing. He's going to lose a lot of health. Junja comes in and saves the day. Leona's going to be down. That's going to be a big support player that's going to be out of the game. But this is an opportunity to get the bounty from Sheer, Zhao Zhu, Gala, and Junja. They're going to go ahead and leap forward, and pound by pound, they're just going to rip away at the flesh of Sheer, and he goes down. Bounty collected, and Croco, he's going to be joined by 1X.
Surviving from there can even happen because I'm not too optimistic right now, Veli. I'm going to be honest with you.
All right, take a look at this team fight, man. Just caught out of place, Mordekaiser. What are you doing, Xiao Zhu? Xiao Zhu is going to get eliminated, and here it is. The play for the Drake is going to go down as Krakow is going to start and initiate that fight. But Junja, he's going to move on down with Vi, and he's going to dive into the pit with Vampire. The 2v1 against Krakow can be had. Vampire, you're going to have to get in there and do something. It's on Q. He's going to get chased down by Sheer. He's going to utilize that Scion, that tankiness, that Q to try to make something happen. The bullet time wasn't enough. Gala's going to be the last one alive right there. And there you have it. On Q is dead. Gala is going to go down, and look at that. Sheer is running crazy on this team, and LNG, they're going to get the eliminations. They're going to get the towers. They have the lead, and they're going to continue to run on through into JDG's base.
Yeah, I mean, you saw exactly what we highlighted in the draft. The Scion just ran straight towards the MF amidst the bullet time.
Dog.
Not a care in the world for sheer Scion. LNG wants to end it right here, right now.
Yeah, this is looking like an end game. You got 20 seconds for Junja. Vampire's going to go ahead and get dived on. And look, what is Leona going to do exactly? This is going to be it. The game slows down. The game is trying to end it before we do. And the second to last tower goes down, exposing the rift. And Gala trying to make something happen. He's going to go ahead and help out and get the kill on Leona as the game is ended. And LNG run away as the victors in game 2.
How do I feel about versus awesome? That is a very good question in this particular draft. I really do like the Renata pick because as far as I understand, that's going to essentially net them the bot lane prio bot control to be on side of WE.
Yeah, Monkey is about that life. Just going through jungle, clearing it out right now. Looking for wars. He's going to walk right past that. And, all right, the stun is going to be there on Karen. Karen's going to get eliminated. Pantheon under the hands of Monkey.
Chill there the whole time with his Doran's ring. And Galio wasn't even able to get any CS at all. You know, you saw he was getting frozen on. Karis out of position, has flash, though. Oh, my
goodness. And Bessa, go on a bus, baby.
And Karis gets punished for his positioning.
Yeah, I was going to say, Misfortune's been in a 1v1 up top against Roman for such a long time, but Guwon's going to go ahead and get an engagement with Monkey. Guwon's going to be joined by his boys, Karen's duo is Monkey. He's going to go down, and Roman's going to go ahead and hightail it out of there. But putting in a little bit of battle against Zhuo, he's realizing he's really all alone. She gets locked in on an attack. She just keeps pounding it on you. And not only that, she gets a shield, so she's able to stay in fights longer. Her versatility in matchups, you can make her strong, tanky. She's a bruiser to me. She just does everything that you need. I love her kit. Going to lead the way.
Yup, I'd be very surprised to see WE contest, but then again, it is Monkey, so I wouldn't put it past him. They should just be seeing some clears here for Monkey, giving up that Drake. There should not be anyone really dying here. Should just be a give. Yeah, and Guwon does secure that Drake. And
I think that's going to be the highlight of the game. The supports just poking each other mid lane. But take a look at this Talia. Yaya is going to get caught off guard, and then comes Zhuo. Zhuo offering great support and care. He's going to utilize that flash to get in close, but Yaya is going to get away with his life, nearly avoiding 1v3. But Guyon is going to be as lucky. Karis is going to utilize that Syndra to get that kill as Hoya flashes away. That's going to be another flash burned in the fight. As he dives into the back line, offering that added protection. As Guyon is going to work on this Drake with the help of Care right here. This is going to be a good stats boost to help out the likes of NIP as they look to take game 1.
Important feat of warfare with the score being 2-2 here. I wouldn't be surprised if that changes real quick.
And Bessa dives on in. Talia cleans up the kill, but Rumble's going to be taken out of the game. Q just gets caught with his pants down, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and no help available in sight. That's what Guon is good for. That ult, by the way, fools, is so damn fast. Called out, there's no boots, but with the 800 gold lead and what Mbessa is able to do with the dashes in, I mean, do you really need to boost when you have 3 dashes? Is they dash on in the Cube here in the top lane is Hoya and Guwon. They get another elimination on Cube. Cube is being caught out of place so often. It is becoming a problem as Rift gets popped. Slowly walk on up. Pantheon's not going to be enough to kill him right there. But then the tower dive is going to be here. Cube sees Guwon. Guwon dives in. Zonia's hourglass is going to be used on. And yeah, that's going to be major. Well, that's not Zonia, sorry. But yeah, that was going to be major. He stayed alive for a little bit, was taken down. Guwon once again with the dives. It's just so useful for his team.
Yeah, and that's kind of where a lot of the problems are coming up for WE, because Guwon is not supposed to have such an easy time just killing Cube like that. I mean, it's only so easy now because he got away with it the first few times. And now Cube with 3 deaths there breaks his arm guard, uses his stasis. He is extremely weak and extremely behind now because the Galio already outscales him anyway. Otacon looks like it's going to be picked up by NIP. This could be critical mass here for the Ninjas in Pyjamas. This could be a big lead for them here.
Yeah, the dive comes in and Monkey's going to go straight to work right there. And there you have it. WE, they're pushing in. Guyon is going to go down, and that was a big one for Team Wii. But the fight isn't going to end here at all. About utilizing that Yunara, he's going to go against the tanky Rel. Is Rel going to hightail it out of there? Is she going to live? No. She's going to go down. About doing such a good job. And Care barely gets away.
Drake. And yeah, you know what? It was beautiful alley-oop there from Karis and Cube.
Yeah. Care. Yao Yao is going to go straight to the graveyard. He's down and he's dead. And
yeah, but I mean, Yao Yao, his first death, you can forgive him for that. He's got the redemption. He's got an interesting choice as well there with the Blood Song. Curious to see that picked up.
Go ahead and lead the way right now. You got Hoya with a few of his friends in a bush right there, and Talia is going to drop down those blocks to slow down the speed. He's coming in for the Drake, and this team fight is going to be all they're going to need is Hoya. He's going to dive on in, and he's going to get the opening stun. That's going to be major. Cube is going to burn a flash, but take a look at what's happening with Monkey on the top side of your screen. Zhuo, he's going to be caught out on hand, but Team Wii, they're going to take a ton of damage, and they're going to back up, but Hoya, he's going to be a big victim. Is one of the big tanks. It's going to be hard to take down. Monkey doing his best, but it's not going to be enough. Awesome's going to be able to get that kill, but take a look at what Kara's doing as well with the splitting of the map. Great play from NIP, getting the kill, knocking out Monkey, and getting the Drake objective. That was so clean. They lost no lives. I love that execution.
That's one tanky Galio, man. Talia even sealing the deal with that Drake, making sure they can't contest. And not again, Yao Yao, not again.
Yeah, also is being a standout ADC right now as he's over here securing kills. And take a look at this. Monkey's going to try to run away, and Monkey is going to get eliminated. Guwon tearing things up, looking like his old self right now, dominating. NIP, big kill lead. We're talking 5. And they're looking to run away with this game if they can manage to stay consistent. And on top is Baron. It's going to go ahead and get initiated.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty much a check if they can get this Baron. This is going to be a huge swing in NIP's favor if they finish this play, but that's not such a guarantee. Got Karis looking. Rumble is down the equalizer. That's a dead Baron, though.
Oh, and Best is going to go ahead and get the Baron. Yeah, that's going to be big for NIP, but the fight is going to go down. Guwon is going to be the first to fall as Karis is going to go ahead and get that kill, but the Blast Cone is going to be there, and they're going to save all they can from that Baron. Man,
he's going to be testing you at any given time. Just because it's not supposed to work, he might surprise you with it.
Yeah, but take a look at this ult right here. Monkey's trying to make the most of it. Hoya's going to knock him back and back up into Guwon. Guwon's going to be ready to get some more kills. Zhuo is going to come in with the support's going to be there, but the ult's going to be in by Guwon. The split fight is going to be here thanks to Talia, and take a look at that. Kars is going to knock down Mbessa. Then Pantheon goes down. Take a look at this. 2 kills apiece for both teams. It's Team Wii. They're going to go running away. It's 3v2 for NIP in the mid is going to be the advantage that they need to push in, and they're going to eliminate this first middle tower. NIP, such a big fight. Players were everywhere. Talia making things difficult with the spacing. That's what that champ does best.
Midlands say take that dragon and see where it gets you. NIP with the much more favorable map position right now, but at what cost for WE?
Yeah, they got the tower, the map control. They got 2 towers at the cost of a Drake, but even if they want to push in even more, it would have been great. I'm like, what are you going to do? Are you really going to step into this fight? You're not big enough yet.
And look how quickly they're burning down this Baron. That's the Infinity Edge MF. That thing's just gone, but Pantheon ults in.
Oh, Oh,
He doesn't get
Pantheon
there,
gets
man.
killed. Go on, slaps the Pantheon. He's dead and he's down. His team NIP. They're gonna get yet another Baron buff. And they're gonna move on in. Like I said, they're not worried about this fight against Team Weak because they're just way too small. Hoya's gonna go to the graveyard, but it's okay. His teammate's gonna avenge him. Then you're gonna have the big go down when it comes to Hoya as Guwon moves forward with his teammates. 4 players shoving their way down the middle, and this could look like an end game.
Awesome right there, just completely killing everybody. You saw the bullet time, follows it up with the flash, closes the distance, gets in there. That's the 4 item, 7-0, 1K bounty MF, and he's going to put the finishing touches on this base and call it a 1-0 series head start for NIP.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, here at Game 3, Game 1, NIP are going to run away winning.
Yeah, this is a very interesting last pick because traditionally Lucian, you only want to really be pairing him with some of the classics. You got the Braum, you got the Nami, it's low-key like how you could consider playing this lane out. You just want to get as much as you can without dying. Speaking of dying,
Guwon is going to go right in there with the Malphite, showing off the Malphite differential in this matchup already. That's going to be huge. Cube is going to lose a lot of minion score from that death right there. The first 5 minutes, for what reason? Now, Hoya's above Cube. He's going to put in a lot more damage. I mean, that shield.
and now look at this.
Oh, Awesome is going to come in and help out Hoya. Cube is going to try to run away, but Cassante just isn't strong enough. The shield was used, so it's going to be on cooldown, and Cube is going to barely get away. And yes, Awesome is going to get the kill. It is confirmed. Awesome is going to get the lead when it comes to the ADC battle. If he's too weak to do anything, then, I mean, you take your strongest tank out. And here goes Guwon against Monkey. A little bit of poke here and there as Guwon is going to get some help. This is going to look like a 3v3 battle. And here it is. Joel is going to go in a head-to-head with Monkey. But here it is. One player is going to go down. Sion going big with Hoya. And that is yet another lead. Another step forward that Hoya is going to have.
Yeah, Hoya doesn't seem too fond of this, but for some reason, Aphelios and Lulu want to hug more towards the top side. I do kind of see it, you know. If you play for these respawning camps, those Krugs, those Raptors, that red buff up there as Malphite, the advantage you get in terms of XP is a lot. But first things first, they're going to have to clear out these grubs, and honestly, if it's a one-for-one objective trade, I actually think you take that as WE because, especially as Azir, being able to get dragons to prolong the game is exactly what you need. Grubs are threatening, sure, but everyone knows the power of the dragon's soul, and so if you can delay the dragon's soul here, Azir's going to at least have a chance. So once he gets that power spike, you can look for him to make some plays, especially with the Nashor's Tooth Azir. We got a hide-on-bush play here from NIP.
You take this. They're going to do exactly that. Awesome's going to go down. About's going to get hit very hard. Guwon's going to join the fight with that bounce up. Take a look at this. Yao Yao and his teammate. They're going to fall victim to this nice little trap set up by NIP. 5 kills to none. The goal lead is extravagant. We're talking 4K right there, and that first turret is going to go down, baby. NIP doing it once again.
Oh, yeah, it is all coming up blue team right now. NIP in a commanding position, and I really do like that look from them there. I mean, if you can catch your opponent off guard.
It's like they're going to have to work an advantage somehow, but, you know, fighting these 3v3s isn't going to be it. You do see... Excuse me. You do see a player all alone up top when it comes to the Sion. Try to utilize that numbers advantage, but this 4v4, oh my God, look at
how
the
fast he
damage.
died, man.
Damage.
Okay, they have a look here.
It doesn't matter. Lucian's going to go ahead and bring out the guns. Is that going to be enough as NIP? They're going to go ahead and knock out Monkey, sending him to the graveyard as Karis. He's going to get caught up by himself, and there you have it. Karis is going to go down. Sion picks up the kill on Azir, and the Drake goes to the hands of NIP. 10-1 in the kill lead. We're talking big bank, little bank, baby. They're crushing it.
Yeah, must say, what a beautiful, beautiful Orianna Shockwave in that previous fight, followed up marvelously by the Sion Q. You saw them just get completely wiped there. I believe it was Monkey and Cube. Karis and About did their best, but there's no way you can recover from that, and we'll see if they can possibly recover at all in this game. I will say...
Help, and they just have no solution for this. They're playing back, they're not getting control, and the Rift Herald is here. This first tower is going to go bye-bye now.
Yeah, that's kind of a predicament, kind of a dilemma for Team WE here. If your front line can't even withstand 1 second's worth of damage, we'll see if Guwon has the Drift King Tokyo style. Is there a tower here? There is, man. Oh my gosh, he's that good.
Left this cube in these team fights. The spacing from Cars is going to be valuable, but can it really be enough when the damage output is really all on the hands of monkeying about? It's not going to be enough. This tower's not going to be there for long either. The TP is going to come in as NIP. They're going to be able to scrap up a kill. Now this goes down quite easily. Once again, Monkey gets sent to the graveyard, and the Monkey ain't going to be swinging no more. Cube is going to get caught up with that slow speed, and yes, that Cassante is just barely escaping death. This NIP running for his life. About doesn't offer serious damage to make any difference in that as well. But About's going to get caught up. There's going to be a dive underneath the second turn in the middle, and About is going to barely get away. It's Guwon. He's hungry. He's going to keep running, but with that enlarge coming in from Lulu, he's going to stay alive. By the way, man, it's a problem when Azir is the only player on your team with a kill.
Yeah, this is a bit problematic to say the least, man. Did you see how much damage that tower was doing to Guwon, man? I'm pretty sure he could have tanked 20 shots, if not more. Gosh dang, how can you play as About right now? It's again the same thing. This Malphite champ is just so OP if you get ahead.
Caddy, the producer, shout out to him. Shout out to Mexico, baby. He said, do you guys think Team Wii is going to have a chance right here? I said, dude, did you see the last game? It looked like a bunch of little people fighting Shaquille O'Neal. It was men versus children. NIP was running the floor with them. And in game 2, the exact same thing is happening. I think that the game ended during the champ select.
Sion is just going to be so tanky, man.
Don't do this.
We'll
Look,
see,
they
though.
waited too long. They waited too long for the team fight. So now that 5v3 is going to turn into a 5v5. Cube is going to get slowed down quickly, and Malphite's going to go ahead and bring him in. Now the Shockwave is going to be there, and About's going to be sent to the graveyard. But now Nautilus, he's going to be the next to go, and the kills just keep on racking up. Sion's going to be able to get a body. Monkey running, trying to do everything he can. Flash isn't there. Guwon has the health. He has the help, but Monkey barely gets away. And how Guwon didn't die, I don't know. But man, NIP, they are just terrifying right now.
Now, as beautiful as that looked, and don't get me wrong, it looked absolutely gorgeous.
The last time my mama spanked me, man, like, this is bad. This is abuse.
This is, man.
This is just bad on all levels now.
Yeah, I mean, is this guy going to get a single kill or assist? I think not, man. You might have been right about this Yao Yao thing. But anyhow, man, if Azir can't possibly do anything, it looks like they're just going to be forced into a bad spot here. So let's see if NIP engages.
NIP turned Yao Yao into a squishy, and already, look at this, it's coming in. Lulu's going to go ahead and use her abilities to shrink a player, and all of a sudden NIP Hoya is going to run in and get the kill. Awesome is going to go ahead and join the fun as well, and one by one, everyone on Team Wii is going to go down, and that is going to be an ace. And now NIP moves forward. This is looking like, can they end?
They can. They absolutely
they're
can.
going to end. They're going to end. This is it.
Yeah, you said it yourself, man. They're scoping out that first big win that they've been desperately looking for, and it looks like they're finally going to get it. You're absolutely right. This game was not going to last much longer. 19-1 for NIP, a complete nuke stomp to close out this series and bring the first win on the board for their run in the Demacia Cup.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.